how much money is enough?
Take effing action. Put it together. And subscribe to Tom Penn's channel on YouTube now. Yeah, I like it. It's crazy.
Obviously, the reason why you're watching me in this Tom Peng YouTube channel is because you want to make money. You want success. And generally, we define success by monetary success. You want to make a lot of money, and that's why you're watching me. Maybe you consider me as somebody that you can model after. But have you really thought about how much money is enough? How much money do you think is enough? You see, I asked this question to all of my new salespeople when they join the company. I asked this simple question: how much money you want to make? How much money you want to make? And the answer always astonishes me, because some people want to make 10 million, some people want to make 15 million. The most ambitious people say, yeah, I want to make 20 million. Vietnamese dong, that is, right? Not US dollar. And they think that's enough. Is it really enough? Let me just put it this way. With 10, 15, 20 million dong of salary, one, you'll probably never own a house. Two, you'll never be able to buy a car. Maybe you can buy a new cheap motorbike, but you'll never actually own a car. With 20 million dong, if your aging parents get sick, you're not going to be able to give them the best care. When your kids grow up, you're not going to be able to send them to the best schools in Ho Chi Minh City, in Vietnam, or even abroad. With 20 million, it's just adequate for you to survive. And your quality of life is pretty shitty, if I may say so, because you're not going to go to the best restaurants. You're not going to go to Augucho and have Wagyu beef. That's just not possible. When I walk into Augucho, I'm expected to pay anywhere from 8 to 15 million dong just on that one meal. Good beef, good wine, side dish, everything adds up. So you're not gonna have the lifestyle. You're gonna not get the hot chicks. You're not gonna get the fucking models. So what I'm saying is that if you want really good quality of life, you need more than 20 million dong. In my hand here is 30 million dong. The money that you see here is basically fucking useless. It's just basically plastic paper. The only reason we think this has value is because we believe it has value. Again, thought becomes reality, right? All of Vietnamese people think this plastic paper can convert into products and services, and therefore it has value. Otherwise, it's just plastic paper. There's nothing you can do with it except maybe putting it into your money gun, and which I enjoy very much, and just shoot the money out of the gun. I mean, oh shit. Oh, it's like money everywhere now. That you see, this money here is effectively useless until you use it. So a lot of people, they work really hard, they try to save as much money as possible, and they put it in the bank or under the mattress. I don't understand that at all, because this money is fucking useless until you actually use it. When you use this money, and let's say you use this money and buy this pair of glasses that help me see, now this money is useful. But when this money just sitting in the bank or under your mattress, it's fucking useless. It's not actually doing anything for you. That's why we have the idea of investing, but I will get to it. This money is fucking useless if it's just sitting in a bank or it's sitting under your mattress. But getting back to the point, how much is enough? I can give you some ideas. When you're making 20, 30 million dong a month, you have to count your dong. You have to make sure you don't overspend every month. You have to be careful about your spending, and you have to choose. Every time you go into a store, you want to buy something, or you go into a restaurant, you want to eat something, you make choices. Oh, this is too expensive. Oh, maybe we should save more money. Maybe we don't go overboard here. You have to always make choices. You have to make compromises. When you're making $100,000 a month, that would be about, let's say, 2.3T a month. You still have to choose. You have to be careful because you're probably paying a mortgage, you're probably still paying money on your car, you have a lot of expenses. The more money you have, the more expenses you have. Your standard of living increases and you have to spend more money and you still have to be careful. I will say from experience, I can tell you that really you have to get over $5 million, which is about 100T, okay, let's say 100T to really feel that money is no object. You don't care about money anymore. You don't think about price so much. Like you go to a restaurant, you just go, this, just give it to me. You go to a store, you just say, I want that, I want that, I want that. You don't think about how much it is anymore because when you have that much money, money is no object, but you care more about your time. You think about how to use that money to save you time because when you have that much money, you realize time is the most precious commodity that you have. And you will convert that money into more time. So that means, literally, there's a joke. There's actually a joke. If Bill Gates, if he accidentally dropped a $100 bill on the floor, it would cost him more money to pick it up because he's making lots of money every second. So he cannot even waste the few seconds that he spent to pick up that money on the floor. He couldn't do that because that would actually cost him more money to do so. When you have significant amount of money, you stop thinking about how much everything is, and you think about how buying this thing would help you save time. In my company, I am still very careful about how we spend money. It's not because I don't have money. It's not so much about trying to save money. It's more about keeping my employees honest because I don't want to work with dishonest, unethical employees. That's a no-no for me. That is a line that I cannot cross. So I still check the books. I still check how much money we spend on everything carefully. I don't really care if we overspend a few $100,000 on, say, a camera or a computer. I don't really care. That money is irrelevant. But what I do care is if my employees are doing bad things. If they are doing bad things, they cannot work for me. I check these things for completely different reasons. Now, how much money is enough? I would say if you just want to make 10, 20, 30 million dong a month, then prepare to live a life of mediocrity, an average life, a life that's simply average. If you're okay with that, I have nothing to say. But if you want the best, if you want to live your life to the fullest, I would say a comfortable level is $5 million and up. That would be about 100T. How do you make 100T? And I'm going to tell you that my first million was actually really easy. Like, I can't believe how easy it is to make money. Of course, it gets progressively harder. The first million for me was actually super easy. It just happened. And then 5 million, 10 million. I want to eventually one day become a billionaire. But that is very hard. Let me just give you some numbers. There are about 20 million people with over $1 million in their assets in the world. And I look up the math, it's about 0.002%, something like that, 0.002%. And I can tell you I'm within that 0.002%. It's very easy to get into that class of people. It wasn't really hard for me. I'm not particularly smart, but I can tell you that I'm more determined than anybody else. I'm more determined, and I will stop at nothing to get there. I can work harder than anybody else. I can make the necessary sacrifice. I will do anything, whatever it takes to get there. And I can tell you first million was really easy for me. Of course, becoming a billionaire is so much harder. There are only about 2,755 billionaires in the world today. And that consists of 0.0000003% of the population, considering that there's 7 billion people in the world. So that is a class of group of people that I want to get into maybe in the next 5 years. I don't know. We'll see. I know I can do it. Thought becomes reality. I would love to get into that group because why we want money? Everyone's different. Some people, it's to buy the good things in life, to take care of family, parents, kids. For me, it's all about freedom. Having the freedom to do anything I want. I don't need to worry about what people think of me. I don't care what other people think of me. I don't give a shit. Just do anything I want, whatever I want. That ultimately is real freedom. We think we live in a free society, but are you truly free? When you have no money, are you truly free? You cannot do anything. You cannot enjoy products and services. You're not making the right connections with the right people and so on. Are you truly free? If you have to go into a restaurant, you have to go to a store, and you have to make choices. Are you truly free? And for me, it's very simple. I want the money because I can feel that I'm truly free. I can do whatever I want. I don't have to make compromises. I don't have to make choices. Whatever I want happens. I think that's the power of money. And I want everybody to have much higher goals than they have today. If you want to make 10, 20, 30 million dong, that's what you'll get. You'll make 10, 20, 30 million dong. But if you want more, you have to think bigger than yourself. See, most people only think about what they want. Say what you want. You only think about what you want. Oh, I want 10 million dong. And that's exactly right. You will get 10 million dong, maybe 8 million dong. You'll never exceed that. But if you want a lot more money, you have to change your thinking. Again, think and grow rich. You have to change your thinking. The thinking that you have to change is this. You have to think much bigger. Instead of just thinking about yourself, you have to think about your community. You have to think about society. You have to think about everyone around you. Because when you can solve their problems, that's when you make the big money. How can you add value to your community? Those are the problems and those are the questions you need to ask yourself. You need to ask yourself, how can you enrich your community? That is the key to make more money. How can I help business suffering from COVID-19? How can I help them survive this period and even help their business expand? How can I help a lot of people currently out of job? How can I help them survive this period of time and also give them a good skill? How can I add value to society and community? And when you think at that level, you will not just make 10, 20, 30 million dong. You'll be making 1T, 2T, 3T, maybe even more, maybe 10T, 20T, 30T, maybe even more, maybe 100T, maybe 200T, maybe 300T. I want you to think much, much bigger. I want you to dream bigger. I want you to solve bigger problems. If you want to make more money, you have to think very big. You have to solve big problems. And you have to put yourself in front of people with money. If you're talking to poor people, if you're solving problems for poor people, I'm not saying poor people don't deserve it. I'm saying that if you are trying to sell your solution, your products to poor people, they can't afford it, it's not going to help you. You got to put yourself in the right place and right time. You got to put yourself in front of big companies, companies with money that they can afford your solutions. And that's how you make the money. Got to work smart too, not just work hard. Put yourself in front of the big accounts so you don't have to close so many deals. You can close less deals and make more money. Work smart as well as work hard. You can never get away from working hard. Working hard is absolutely necessary if you want to succeed in anything. There is no shortcut. Laziness does not get you anywhere. You do have to work hard, but also work smart. That's when you start making a lot of these things. Take fucking action. Think much bigger. How much money you think you need is wrong. You need much, much more than that. Think bigger. And don't be a fucktard.